Guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I am doing a Halloween tree this year. So I've got pretty much everything in except for I need some ornaments to kind of put on the tree. So I know I have polyacrylic around here somewhere, but do you think I could find it? No. So I'm using hairspray. I've got this Paul Mitchell Fast Dry Sculpting Spray. That's what I use on my hair. And I buy the big ones and then I just fill my small bottle. So that's what I'm doing. So I did try a couple just to see if it was going to work. So this is the one that I did with just this black craft glitter. It says black, but it has different colors in it. It's like a Colorshift. So that's this one. And then I did this one. And I was like, okay, so this is going to work. Because this is kind of like what I wanted to do, is put different things in there and have them stick. So I made these two, so I'm just leaving them to, finish drying. So I've got 4 other ornaments here. I'm just going to take the tops off. And so this should be a fairly quick video for those of you that don't like the long ones. Yes, it is not a resin, but it is still something. You could do this with Christmas ornaments, holiday, any holiday that you wanted to do. So I pulled out, I have got these little spiders. These are the witch hats, which is what I used. Then I have these bats, which are holographic, and these that are just plain. So I pulled those out. Then I pulled like some green, like a purpley, a Colorshift, and even a white. So I don't know. I've got a few set up, so let's just kind of start getting some done, and then we'll figure out colors as we go. So I am actually, hang on one second. I want to pull a different, let me see. That's the thing. I don't have like a ton of different glitters. I wanted like a darker purple. That is kind of like what I'm looking, oh, right here. All right, I think I'm gonna try this one here. Just so that it kind of matches the flowers in my centerpieces that I've been making. So I cut these cups just because these are the, like the oval ones. They're not round, so I needed something that, I could hold them up and then I could flip them over to let them drain a little bit. So we're just going to pour some of this hairspray in, and we're just going to coat the whole inside of the ornament. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my next one ready. And I'm going to pour it in the next ball as I'm like swirling it around. And then I'll put this upside down and let this drain for a little bit. So now we have our next ball. And so this actually might be even cheaper, because if you've got hairspray in your house, this is definitely a way of doing it. And then I'll just get my next one. And as I'm spinning to get this top little bit, I will drain that into this next ball. Now, I didn't even wait that long to do this, the first ball, so I'm thinking by the time I get to this one, we're gonna start glittering the other one. So you could use any liquid hairspray. I don't know how a spray one would work, but I suppose if you like sprayed enough in there, it would work. And then we'll put that. And then whatever we have left in here, we'll put back in our big bottle because there's no contaminants or anything in here. So, you know, we can definitely, and again, I'm just like trying to rotate around so that I know I'm getting that top edge. And these balls actually fit right into this cap. And then we'll stick that one in there. We'll put the cover on this. Once I find it. Okay. So I am going to do some spiders on this first one. So how I did the spider, the hats on this one here was I found it easier to just get some on a stick and kind of like drop them in there. And all right, so we have our little spiders in here. And let's try this one. I don't know if this is going to work or not because it's more Mylar flakes, but we're going to try. All right, so you do want to get a good amount. And then just kind of coat the inside. And I've got an empty cup, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all of my little extra bits in here. Now, we did lose some of our spiders. Let me see if I can. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to take another stick and I'm going to try to drop a little bit of, yeah, that didn't work. But, I mean, we still do have some spiders in there. And this ball is somewhat transparent, so it's still going to show. But let me get a spoon and let's see if we add some fine glitter, if that will actually stick. I don't know. And actually, it is. So I think that's going to be cute. All right. So we've got that one done. We'll put the purple away. And let's do We did the spiders, we did the hat, so we're gonna do both of these bats. And I'm gonna use this green for these bats. So we'll put that aside. And we're gonna get some of these bats, because these are just plain black. You know, and this is a quick dry spray, so I don't know how long I have for these. And let's try some of the holographic ones, because these ones are just a little bit different. So I am going to put more. Just to kind of see how they look in there. And then we will put the green glitter. And we're going to give that a shake. And where's this is going to be my dump cup. Oh, so that's kind of cute. So one side definitely has more than the other, but I think the light is still going to penetrate them. All right, so let's get on to this one. And this one, we're just going to pour some of this purple glitter in. And then we have a nice purpley one. All right, now we're going to do this iridescent color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few bats. All right, we'll do a few bats. We're going to do a few spiders. All right, we've got a few spiders. Get in there, spider. And then we will do a few hats. So I'm trying to deposit them where I don't have, you know, too many of the other glitter things in place. Okay. And then we will pour some of this glitter in. look at that. That's cute. And let's see. Just do a couple more. And just pour some hairspray in. It might be easier to just do it that way. And then you know you're getting all of it. It's just hairspray, so it's not like, you know, it's going to hurt you. And just pour it back in the bottle. We'll let that drip. Let me see. Let's try some of these pumpkin colors in one. I'm going to do one more. I mean, I'm going to be doing a lot of these, but I'm not going to obviously do them all on camera for you guys. Because you'll probably hate my guts if I did that. And then drain that back in the bottle. You know what? We could try dumping this in one because this has kind of a little bit of everything. That might be a pretty one. Ah! Crap. Dropped my ball. All right. So let's get that one in there. So we'll start. We're going to do this in the orange. So I'm going to stand that up. We'll dump some of that one. And this is apple, which I got these at Michael's. And then this one is amber. And this one is bright gold. And so I didn't know how the chunky was going to adhere to this hairspray, but it actually is really pretty. And the camera is not even like doing these justice. All right, so let's try this hodgepodge of glitter and see what we get. All right, so we got a nice variation, but we really didn't get any of the bats or anything to stick. It was more the fine that stuck, you know, which is fine. There was a few, like the orange glitters in there. It's just going to give different colors on the tree. And let's see, what are we going to do with this one? Do I... We're going to try to pour some down that way. some of that. Green. Let's do some of the black. All right, and let's do some white, and whatever is left will get a little bit of the white. And the one thing is if you get the hairspray on the outside, all you're going to do is take a wet cloth and take it off. I don't think that white is going to quite cover as much as I wanted it to. What to do? I don't know if that pink will show up through that white or not. All right, so that's kind of like a rainbowy kind of color. Not too bad. Let's see, I have one more out here. And then you can put, you know, whatever faces or whatever that you want on it. All right, let's just do a white one to see how it's going to look. All right, I'm going to just let that drip for a second. I'm going to close up some of these. So you can see right now we're at like 23.5 minutes, and I've done 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 ornaments. So you could do a crap ton, whether they're round or this shape, it doesn't matter. So I do want to get some of the polyacrylic and try that, but, and I'm going to have to look to see what else I have for glitters, because I know I've got to have something else for glitters. All right, so, and we're just going to dump this in our dump. We're going to make it a dump bucket. And then we have our white one. So we could put like spooky eyes on it, you know, make a face and make it a ghost. So I'm just going to let these dry. And what I had done is I took the hooks and I pulled them all the way through. So what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to probably cut some of the wire off, and I want to glue the tops on. But for right now, Oh, I guess that it didn't. I was afraid it was going to take off some of the glitter. But then you have your ornament and you're all ready to hang it. You know, like I have some hairspray here. All I got to do is just wipe it off. And then it's all clear and ready to go. So yeah, that's how easy that is, guys. I have been wanting to try this for a long time, and I just never got around to it. So I figured, you know what? Let's just give this a try. Because we do have Christmas coming up. I will make a few more of these. Actually, I think these are really, really pretty. And I might put like some red fine glitter in and just see if we can get a little bit more coverage. Actually, why don't we just do that right now? We'll do one more. Just because. I know most of you don't like the long videos. Some do, some don't. So I'm trying to make this one a fairly short video, but we'll see. All right, so I'm going to drain that. I'm going to grab some of my garnet. You guys know this is my favorite red glitter. It's garnet. And I'm going to mix. This time I'm going to mix just the 2 oranges with the red. And that way we can really see what we get. Let me take this cup. That way I can do, we'll do a scoop of that, a scoop of this, and a scoop of the red. That way it's the same amount of each, and then we can see kind of what we get for a mixture. Plus this will make it easier to pour in our little container here. All right, so we're gonna just pour that down, and we're gonna give this a shake around. Oh, I like it with the red. Yeah. And then we will so this is the difference, guys. This one definitely I like much, much better. So yeah, that is how easy it is to make these ornaments. Now, you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I do hand-painted ones on these as well. But for my Halloween tree, I figured I would try something a little different. So that's why I came up with these. So yeah, we have a whole variety. Like this is spiders, hats, bats. This one is just bats. This one is just spiders. This is a multicolored. Then we have a purple. And we have just a bat one, I mean a hat one. Then we have this iridescent greenish, bluish color, which shines the purples, which I think is this one. And then we have a black one. So yeah, these are our ornaments, and look how fast it was to make those. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next video. Let me know what you would like to see me try next. I'm open for suggestions, guys. Sometimes it helps push me out of my comfort. Oh, you know what? I did want to try these stars too. Oh, do we one more? Oh, why not? We're only at 30 minutes. All right, we'll do one more. I promise. I promise this is the last one. I'm going to take a cleaner cup. And you know, I'm kind of glad now that I didn't have any polyacrylic, because this hairspray is working really good. So I just have it sitting in the top here, draining back into my jug. We will let it drain a little bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the silver stars first, and then I'm going to put some of the black. And we will see if they show up. I don't know if they will or not. All right, so I am going to take my little stick. And I'll just take the clean end. All right, so that's a good amount. And let's put some black. Oh, I need a little bit more of the black. And let's get our little dump container. That is really cute because it makes those iridescent stars really pop. So I'm sure with the lights from the tree, the purple lights, those should be pretty intense. Alrighty, guys, I promise that was my last one. It is. I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye, guys.